Hi everyone. So for today's discussion, let's talk about responsible self, my commitment to lifelong growth. What comes in your mind when you hear the word intelligence? Based on my research, it is the ability to learn or understand or to deal with new or trying situations. And it is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. Alright, so let's proceed to Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. According to him, it is the capacity for logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional knowledge, reasoning, planning, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. So what is IQ, by the way? IQ stands for Intelligence Quotient. It is a measure of your ability to reason and solve problems. Do you know that there are signs of having a high IQ level? Sample signs are he or she is enjoy being alone, reading a lot of books, and always curious in everything. Speaking of Albert Einstein, his IQ plus is about 160 plus. By that, he has having a high IQ level. And do you know that he is one of the greatest and most influential physicists of all time? What is human potential? Human potential best defined that it can be tried to one's preferences to learning. Gardner's focus in human potential lies in the fact that people have unique blend of capabilities and skills or intelligences. This model can be used to understand overall personality, preferences, and strengths. Let's go deeper the types of intelligences, but before that, let me tell you that each one of us possess a different types of intelligences in which we are good and skilled at. The first one is naturalist intelligence. According to Gardner, naturalistic intelligence is the ability to identify, classify, and manipulate elements of the environment, objects, animals, or plants. So they are called nature smart or nature lover. And if you are fan of hiking, gardening, and exploring nature, you are having a naturalistic intelligence. By that, your possible career, you can be a zookeepers, veterinarians, gardeners, marine biologists, animal trainers, farmers, or even a conservationist. Next, we have the visual spatial intelligence. It is defined as the capacity to perceive the visual world accurately, or they are called picture smart person, in which they are good at visualizing. And then the possible career is you can be a hunter, scout, artist, and architect, or even an inventor. Let's proceed to verbal linguistic intelligence. They are called word smart people because they are having a great capacities in writing, reading, teaching, and listening. So, if you are belong in word smart person, your possible career may be a radio or TV announcer, writer, librarian, or even a lawyer, a teacher, a politician, and a comedian. Next is the mathematical logical intelligence. They are called number smart people in a way of having a skill to think abstractly and conceptually. So if you are having this type of intelligence, your possible career may be an accountant, actuary, auditor, bookkeeper, chemical engineer, a computer programmer, a computer technician, or even a database designer. Okay, let's proceed to musical intelligence, in which they are called musical smart persons, in a way that they can appreciate and produce perfect timbre, rhythm, and pitch. So if you are fan about music and curious about it, then if you were going to pursue this type of intelligence, your possible career may be a choir director, a music conductor, a music critic, a music publisher, a music promoter, or even a music teacher. Next is the bodily kinesthetic intelligence. It is defined as control one's body movements. So the question is, how will you know if you have this type of intelligence? So, You might be a kinesthetic learner if you have a good muscle memory. You do best academically with hands-on learning such as art, science, or shop class, and then you often tap your hands or feet in a constant rhythm when focused. If you have this type of intelligence, your possible career may be a dancer, a surgeon, a PE teacher, or even an athlete. Next is interpersonal intelligence, in which they respond appropriately to the moods, motivations, and desires of others. In addition, they have the ability to understand and interact effectively. So, if you are good in understanding and interacting others, and then if you are going to pursue this type of intelligence, your possible career may be a counselor, a nurse, or even a politician. Alright, let's proceed to interpersonal intelligence. So, it is defined as the capacity to be self-aware and in tune with inner feelings, values, beliefs, and thinking processes. So, from the word intra, so they are good on self-awareness. So, the possible career is you can be a teacher, a psychology, or even a program planner. And then the last type of intelligence is the existential intelligence, in which they are having a sensitivity and capacity to tackle deep questions about human existence. So the possible career in this type of intelligence is you can be a philosopher or even a cosmologist. Speaking of cosmologists, it is the one who study the property of universe. There are contributors to intelligence. The first one is heredity, the second one is environment contributors. When we say heredity, it is the inheritance of intelligence from our parents. It's either high or low we've inherit from them. Next is the environment contributors. So how can the environment contribute intelligence? In what way? In a way that they can help us to improve on what we've inherited from our parents' intelligence. Next is motivation. What is motivation? It is the force that moves people to behave, think, and feel what they do. So there are 4 theories of motivation. The first one is the evolutionary theory. The second one is the drive reduction theory. And the third one is the optimum arousal theory. The fourth one is the cognitive approach. So first, let's tackle about the evolutionary theory. What is this all about? So according to this theory, they are highly competitive, so they are having a higher chance of survival. Next is the optimum arousal theory. According to this theory, if the arousal is low, a person cannot perform the task or unwilling to do the task. And if the arousal is high, a person cannot concentrate performing the task. But if the arousal is moderate, a person is best in dealing with the task. The last one is the cognitive approach. Best example for this is encouraging discussion about what is being taught and helping students explore and understand how ideas are connected. So our discussion for today is about to end. That's all. Thank you for listening.